Okay, so basically what you're doing for this last assignment is, well, under week 13, you will find something called Classwork Holocaust Story Share. So I'm going to open this up. I'm just going to go to the assignment so that you can see what it looks like for you. And what it says here is you need to follow the instructions in the Google Slides. So I'll just open it. It'll be on this side right here. But you see that there's links to a couple of different websites that you can use to complete this work. Okay, so what you can see here, I made sure that you have the directions in the different languages. But basically, you are making 3 slides, okay? You're creating 3 slides. And the first slide is, it says, like it says right there, what was the Holocaust? So basically right here, you have to describe what the Holocaust was, like kind of like in your own words. And you can do this, we talked about it last week. I gave you some details about what the Holocaust was. You can also search for it on the internet. You can look for what the Holocaust was. But there's also, I think there's also some videos I put on the website I shared. So I would recommend watching one of those videos because it just gives like a clear definition and description of what what the Holocaust was. And so you're going to give a description here, and then on this side, you're going to find a picture that you think represents the Holocaust. So however you describe it, and then you're going to find a picture that you think really represents it. So it's asking, you're going to have to find someone's name, date of birth, location, interesting detail about their life, and if this person survived the Holocaust, and a picture of that person. And basically you're looking up information for someone who lived through the Holocaust. Okay, so en este slide básicamente lo que están buscando es información sobre una persona quien vivió durante el Holocausto. Okay, and we're not talking about like like one of the Nazis. We're talking about the people who had to survive and endure what the Holocaust was. Okay. So in order to find this information, you're going to go to the assignment, and right here you'll see links to different sites, right? So in order to do this one right here with the name, you're going to need this one, the identification cards link. So this website is it belongs to, or it's run by the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. And, that museum is pretty, I guess you could say it's pretty special. It really just focuses on the Holocaust, on this event that happened during World War II. It's located, the museum itself is located in Washington, D.C. And basically what it is like, it just, it's a place where they keep a lot of artifacts from the Holocaust as well. So, and it has a lot of information about what happened during the Holocaust, but it also, it also tries to explain to people like how did the Holocaust happen, like what are some of the things that people did, how they felt about Jewish people that led to the Holocaust. So I think those things are also important. But one big thing that it does is that it has basically like a large record of people who lived during the Holocaust. So you'll see here like these identification cards, right? So for example, if I hover over it, gives us a name, and you can look at it through alphabetically. So this is so for example, if I click here, it'll give me information about this person, Paul Matasovsky, and it gives the information I'm asking it to give. Like it has the name, it has where what their birth date was, it has what the location was. That gives it like a biography of of what their life was like, and it also gives them like it also at the end it tells you like whether this person survived the Holocaust or not. So I think that kind of like the best way to show you how yours should look is by doing one together. And one other thing is that, you can organize it alphabetically, or you can also organize it by groups of, so if you wanted to look at the profiles for children and youth that, lived through the Holocaust, you can. If you want to look at through women or organized by men, you can do that as well. I'm going to, let's go to the V section. So I guess I'll choose him. All right, and I think if you wanted to translate this, I think the only way you can do it is by doing the how you translate a web page. I think some of you know how to do this, but you know how when you do like right click and it opens it up like that. See, you can that's how you translate this. Okay. So if you've done that, if you've translated web pages before, you can translate this information in the same way. All right, all right. So his name is Miso Vogel. Looks like he was born November 29, 1923. Location, it looks like it's Čakovce, Czechoslovakia. Okay. And interesting detail about his life. Okay, so so that you have to read this information to be able to to find that interesting detail about their life. But I think this is part of this assignment is for you to just read the stories of people who lived during this time and how they were, even though the Nazis were making them seem like evil people and everything, they're just they were just regular people. They were just they just had a different culture, but it's just a way for you to get to know them, right? Reading this, I think this part right here, I think it's interesting. So that it says that anti-Semitism, and in case you don't remember, anti-Semitism, it means it's a specific kind of like racism or hate, but specifically towards Jewish people. Anti-Semitism was prevalent in Topolcani. When we still played soccer, it was always the Catholics versus the Jews. So I think that's just an interesting detail about his life growing up. So I'm going to include that here. I guess that's interesting because like the website has this one word, and here it's saying that that's not correct. I'm going to trust the website a little more since it is the the Holocaust Memorial Museum. Oh. Okay, there's my detail, and that the basically the last section when you're reading this, that's where it tells you like if the person survived. Okay, so was deported to 2 more camps. At the Landsberg labor camp, he escaped to the woods just as the U.S. Army entered the area in April 1945. In 1946, he immigrated to America. So, did he survive? Yes, he survived. And it just asks like if this person survived the Holocaust. So I mean, I of course the question is just asking yes or no, but obviously it would be good if you provided more details on that. And if you can see here, like I put information here and here, and now there might not be a lot for this part. So you can resolve this different ways if you'd like. It's up to you. So for example, I think there's probably too many spaces between the things. So I'm just gonna adjust it a little bit so that more things can fit. So I'll make it double, and okay, that gives me a little more. I could have also made the text smaller, it's you find a way to make everything fit. You can also just make the text a little smaller to make sure everything fits. But anyway, yes. All right, seems like that's too much space, so I'm going to make the a little smaller. Okay, and there you go. So, oh, and now we need a picture. So for some of these people, like I know maybe some you might want to Google it, but for some of them, the picture that it has here, it might be the only picture available. So, and also you want to maybe not Google because sometimes it gives you someone else's picture who has the same name. So simply you can just right click on him and it just says copy image. Okay, once again, right click, copy image, and paste it. So Control V, and there you go. All right, and so that is complete. All right, so this is what a complete slide will look like. Yeah, so that's basically what you have to do for this slide. Eso es básicamente lo que tienen que hacer para este slide. Okay. Let's see. So you have this, and so the next slide is on resistance to the Nazis. So here in the instructions, you'll see that there's a link to this page. You've already seen this site before. It's the one you use to find information about, stereotypes and racism, things like that. But there is a new part to it. Or if you haven't seen the website at all, then this is all new. So there's a section right here that just says resistance against the Nazis. So this is what you'll be looking at. So you click there. Basically what it does, it gives you some different stories about people resisting against the Nazis. So here's like 6 different people who resisted. There's this also like right here it says rescue of the Danish Jews, and this is interesting because it's not just one person, it's actually like a whole community that helped people resist and fight back against Nazis. So yeah, so basically you would choose one of these, and basically what I would like you to put here is a summary of what the resistance was like. Like how did the person resist? How did the people resist? And then put in a picture here of either of the person or the event, whatever. But that's what I'm asking you to do here. Okay, and so I think the other thing is all these stories are also pretty interesting. So that's a good thing.